And joining me in the studio is Martin Asiedu-Dartey with more on this, Martin.
Yes, certainly. It's a major conversation because cocoa is a pivotal component of our economy. And talking about the numbers, you are right that the finance minister a few days ago, somewhere last week, gave indications that we Ghana, had increased our cocoa prices or how much we are buying it per bag from the farmer to 3,625. Many were excited about it, but not the cocoa farmers. And their reason is that neighboring Côte d'Ivoire is selling or buying a bag from the cocoa farmers at 4,040 Ghana cedis. Now, that's a difference of about 415 Ghana cedis. So the finance minister that day said that now every cocoa farmer was going to earn 400 Ghana cedis more per bag of cocoa when they sell it to government. And clearly, there is a 15 Ghana cedi difference between what Ghana is selling and what Côte d'Ivoire is selling to or buying from their farmers. The major reason, like you indicated, is that we want to curb smuggling, where people wouldn't be interested in sending their cocoa from Ghana to Côte d'Ivoire to sell there because the pricing is slightly better in that country. But why is it so? Why is government of Ghana struggling to appease the farmers? Some of the cocoa farmer associations we spoke to said that they were expecting about 5,000 Ghana cedis, per bag from government. But government says we are staying currently at 4,300 and a little above that. Our cocoa has been priced against the US dollar. Why? Because on the international market, cocoa is sold and bought with dollar. And it tells you an interesting story about the performance of the Ghana cedi. So we sell our cocoa on the international market in dollars, bring in the dollar, and then pay the farmers in cedis. So if the cedi is weaker against the dollar, it means that we get more dollars into the country. But that in itself has an impact on the currency, the local currency. So although the cedi is getting stronger against the US dollar, it tells us that the amount that the farmer will get will be slightly less. If the cedi was weaker, where here you're selling a cedi for 16 Ghana cedis, that was a few months ago, then it meant that the farmers were likely to get about 5,000 Ghana cedis per bag, 5,000 and more. But now they're getting 3,000 because the cedi has appreciated against the dollar. So whereas as a country, our economy, we hope that our cedi is stronger, well, some individuals or some groupings like the cocoa farmers would have preferred that the dollar is, or the cedi is weaker so that they can get a bit more from that. So that's one of the major challenges. And if you look at the trajectory of how we have sold our cocoa on the international market, it has seen an upward rise, especially from 2023 season up until now, the 2025-2026 season. So it has just basically been 400 cedis per bag, straight down up to 2019-2020, where it went to 515, then 560. Then when it comes to 2023-2024, we started seeing it in the thousands. So we had our first bag of 1,308 Ghana cedis, and then now we are looking at 3,625. So there has been a good appreciation between 2024 and 2025-26 season, which is good. But there is another challenge. It looks as though a number of countries are also growing and producing cocoa. And that is where we need to be concerned, because Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire have dominated global cocoa sale. I mean, about 60% of the global cocoa export has been from these two countries. So we have dominated that space for some time now. But these countries have also started producing cocoa in mass quantity. So it is weakening our bargaining chip here as a country or as West African countries. So countries like Peru, China, Ecuador, the Dominican Republic are all producing cocoa and are saturating the market, the cocoa market. So it means that Ghana needs to do more, especially when issues of galamsey is frustrating our cocoa sale and farmers are selling out their farms. So that conversation needs to go on. That's why we thought that it's good to bring this conversation of cocoa, which is a major part of our economy, for us to have a conversation on. Back to you, Portia.
Thank you so much, Martin. Interesting conversation. We need to do more. Already, we risk losing our second spot as a producer of cocoa.